And then now please welcome participant number 57.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for the time given to me. Thanks to the master of ceremony. Thanks to all the judges. Here I would like to deliver the Cinderella story. Cinderella. Once upon a time, there was a nobleman who had a sweet wife and daughter. But his wife died, and his second one was so rich. She had two daughters whose bad tempers had given them ugly faces. They were mean to their stepsister Ella. She had to sweep the cinders from the grate, so they called her Cinderella. One day, the king's son sent out an invitation to a grand ball at the palace. The ugly sisters spent ages deciding what to wear. And Cinderella had to help them get dresses and brush their hair. There was no questions of Cinderella going to the ball in her rags. When the ugly sister had left for the ball, Cinderella burst into tears. "Oh, I wish I could go too," she cried. Suddenly, her very godmother appeared. "Don't cry, child," she said. "Of course you can go to the ball, but first we'll need a few bits and pieces. Get me one pumpkin, 6 little mice, 1 large rat, and 6 lizards." Well, Cinderella couldn't think how a pumpkin and so many mice were going to get her to the ball, but she did as her godmother asked. Her very godmother waved her wand and whoosh! The pumpkin disappeared, and in its place stood a beautiful coach. Then she waved her wand again. The 6 little mice turned into a team of handsome carriage horses. The rat was soon a rather fat coachman, and the lizard became 6 footmen. So now Cinderella had a lovely coach to take her to the ball, but she was still in her rags. Her fairy godmother smiled and tapped her once with her wand again. Immediately, Cinderella was dressed in shimmering gold. "Now, off you go," said her godmother. "But remember, at midnight, everything will go back to the way it was. So you must be home before then." Cinderella promised, then stepped into her beautiful coach. The 6 white horses set off toward the king's palace. Everyone at the ball stopped dancing when the mysterious stranger arrived. Cinderella looked so beautiful in her gold dress that everyone thought she was a princess from a foreign country. The prince was just curious as everyone else. From the moment Cinderella came into the ballroom, he danced with no one else. By the time of the evening, he was madly in love with his beautiful princess. And he didn't even know her name. And Cinderella was just as much in love with the prince. As they were dancing, Cinderella suddenly heard the chimes of the clock palace. "Oh no!" she cried. "It must be midnight." Cinderella ran away out of the ballroom and down the palace steps, losing one of her glass slipper along the way. By the time she reached the bottom steps, the clock had finished striking 12, and she was wrecked again. The prince ran after Cinderella, but all he found was a beautiful glass slipper from the steps. "Send out a proclamation," he said. "I will marry the person whose foot fit this slipper." The prince went to every house in the kingdom, and soon he came to the house where Cinderella lived with her stepsister. Of course, the ugly sister were very eager to try their luck. But no matter how hard they pushed their big feet into the glass slipper, it didn't fit. So Sarah came forward to try on the slipper. To the amazement of her stepsister, it fitted perfectly. The prince looked up at Cinderella's face and recognized the princess he danced with at the ball. He married Cinderella, and unlike the stepsister, they lived happily ever after. I think that's all. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Applause for participant number 57 with 5 minutes and 23 seconds.